Good Morning Texas, the not-so-perfect parent, sponsored by the Gladney Center for Adoption, where hope is born.
Well, the new Twilight movie will be released in a couple of weeks, but it's important for parents to remember that real vampires or predators exist in the hallways of high schools throughout Texas. Lory Alison, author of Sydney's Vampire Diary freshman year, is here to talk about ways parents can protect their kids from teen violence. Good morning.
Good morning, Paige.
So what is a nice mother of two boys doing writing a teen book about vampires?
Well, I really felt it was important for us to warn teenage girls about the dangers of dating in high school and the fact that there are real vampires out there. There's predators, and in the book, vampire is a metaphor for abusive guys.
And in the book, I'm going to quote something that you wrote here. I thought this was interesting, that you say, they lurk in every high school disguised as handsome students preying on innocent girls. They make you feel special, beautiful, and loved. Then they changed. Tell me about some of these vampires and predators that are in the hallways of high schools.
Well, I've been a teacher for many years, and I have seen it happen way too many times. We have these beautiful, vivacious girls who enter high school without really a clue about what they're going to meet, who they're going to date. And once they get into these relationships and the boys are finished with them, and they've been a victim of abuse, a lot of times it's very difficult for them to move on, and we see a lot of behaviors like substance abuse and all different kinds of things.
Yeah, there's major consequences. There's lifelong consequences. But the thing that I really like about this book, parents, because it's interactive. I mean, it's a wonderful tool that parents can use to really start a dialogue with their teens. Tell me about the interactive component of the book itself.
Absolutely, Paige. It's really exciting because it is set in the 80s, and a lot of us parents were teens in the 80s.
Oh yeah, parachute pants, big hair,
before texting,
yes,
passing the notes in the hallway. So it's something that a lot of moms are going to enjoy, the retro flashback feel to it, but I think the teens are going to enjoy it as well because Sydney's 14 years old. This is her diary, and you're getting to follow her through her journey. And at the end, there's a reader's guide that moms and daughters and teens and parents can sit down and go through the questions and talk about some of the more serious issues about teen dating abuse.
Yeah, and we see this a lot in the news. It's been covered. We've seen Rihanna and the abuse that she experienced from her boyfriend.
Absolutely.
But that's one of many stories, you know, where teens really can fall victim to that. What are some warning signs that parents can pay attention to if they suspect that their child may be being abused by their boyfriends?
I think one of the very first things you're going to notice is your teen is going to withdraw from the family. They're going to withdraw from friends and activities, and you'll see them just wanting to focus on that one relationship and just caring what that one person thinks, allowing that person to choose their friends, where they go, what they do.
So they become almost isolated in some way.
They do.
And I know just physical markings too, bruises, scratches, scars on your child's body, that could be a sign.
Absolutely.
And then, as you were saying, kind of the constant texting, where they're just very preoccupied with that.
Constant texting and just constant worry about where that person is or letting that person know where they are. And all that can escalate to violence and eventually domestic violence.
And let's talk a little bit about, you were referring to these lifelong consequences that some of these teens will experience if they experience abuse. And we have a still that kind of outlines some of these. And some of them include that teens that are abused, they have a higher propensity for drug abuse.
That's true. Alcohol, drug abuse, eating disorders, self-mutilation, these are all things that can come about, especially depression. And I found that a lot of adults who've read the book have realized that they actually had issues in high school that they hadn't dealt with.
Right, and so this kind of resurfaces it for them as well. It's important that it's a book that both your teen and you read. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you being here. And Lory's book is available at Amazon.com. And for links to a website on teen violence prevention, you can check out my blog at NotSoPerfectParent.com.